Wagwan, brother.
We're back.
Yes, we're back to talk about basketball.
Yo, so
We're almost in the playoff race. It's getting exciting. Oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about. Vern, why you take so long to start the pod? Sure.
Run it. Back once again. Back once again. Once again. Puff.
And Vern. And Vern.
Puff. And Vern. Done it.
Yeah, the man tell me run it when he could do it himself. Sure, I don't know why he don't just do it himself.
Back once again for another episode of Puff
and Vern.
Here to give you some quality entertainment. Let's
so Vern,
do it.
Hurry up and get him the long talk before we go on.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when we drop. Yo, Puff, let's get into
You're
it.
done with the long talk? Okay, let's get right into it because there's enough to talk about. Vern started this pod late, and it's so we got to get through it. First, we always start with the hometown team, Toronto Raptors, and the Raptors rewind.
Let's rewind it and wrap it up real quick.
That's what I was about to say. Raptors are eliminated from the playoffs. They need to sit down Scotty Barnes.
Yo.
They're winning too much games. They even have a better record than Philly. Come on now. Raptors, wrap it up.
Yo, Raptors, you guys are doing such a lovely tanking job, but then all of a sudden,
gosh.
I don't know why you're that fun.
Then they got too good.
Right?
They have oh my goodness.
It's not even being too good. They should have shut everybody down like Ingram. Ingram could have came back, but they're like, yeah, nah, sit out.
Exactly.
Right? But that's enough. Raptors, sit everybody, keep losing. You know? Yeah, that's it.
It's a wrap.
Top 4 pick, but any which way.
But then again, let's go around the league.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm excited about. So, Vern, what do you want to talk about first?
There's a few things to talk about. You know, we could talk about Jokic, 61, 10, and 10. We could talk about the Warriors.
No, let's start on the first one. I like that one.
61, 10, and 10?
Yeah, so the game, they went double overtime.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Against which team again?
Minnesota.
Oh, that game was good. Yo,
Jokic is
If
ridiculous.
you watch this game could have been won many times by both teams. And it seemed like they just wanted to play again and again, another overtime.
They just enjoyed each other's company so much. Like, when you just enjoy playing, like you enjoy playing the game, playing the competition. So, yeah, you're just trying to stretch it out as long as you can.
So, Jokic had a monster game. He was unstoppable. They couldn't do nothing. Gobert fouled out in, like, the end of the regulation.
But Randle played good, though.
Oh, Randle did play good. Everybody played good. It was like a really good game.
That's true. It's double overtime.
The only thing that went bad is the very end.
Very end.
When there's 2 bonehead plays.
I won't even kill
him. The first bonehead play was when Ant-Man just dashed the ball away. I don't know where Randle was, because Randle, you need to get to a spot where he could get to you.
Yeah.
You were standing where he couldn't pass the ball. You got to move. Anyways, they threw the ball away. Basically threw the ball right to Russell Westbrook. So it was like 15 seconds to go.
Yes.
He dribbled.
Bonehead play number 2?
Yeah, but that was one. Okay, but anyways, let me reset because Minnesota is down 1. So Minnesota has to score or the game is over. So Ant-Man passed the ball away to Westbrook, which is on the other team. He runs down, which they should have just held the ball. Ran down, sped down to hit the layup.
Missed.
Brick. Missed the layup. Minnesota gets back the ball. 9 seconds to go. They run down the court. Throw it here. Throw it there. Throw it there. Last shot. A 3-pointer at the buzzer.
Good.
Brick. But then there's a beep, 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 beep. Foul. They went to review it. The foul was before the shot. The man had 3 shots with 0.1 or 0.2 seconds to go. The man hit the 2 shots and missed the last one, win the game. Brother. And that was just in the second overtime. Now, let me tell you what happened at the end of the game. You need to go back and watch that game. It was exciting.
Wild, though. But
it was
see,
exciting.
you don't need to go back and talk about, what led to the overtimes. You just need to say what led to the end of the game. I didn't even tell you
who fouled the man.
Yeah, that's what you need to know.
Who fouled the man to get the 3 points?
What happened at the end of the game?
Westbrook.
End of the game. That's a hell of a game. That was a hell of a game.
Westbrook.
Not just, yo.
He didn't even want to talk to media. He just,
Not even.
he just
Of
changed
course,
his clothes
because
to wear home.
everyone's going to come at him. But what Jokic did, boy, Jokic is like saying, if you're going to win the MVP.
A 61-point triple-double.
He's saying the MVP is not going to be that easy to get this year. Embiid got it up a little easy, but Shea, you're going to have to work for it if you're going to get it.
Man, I think
Shea work for sure.
Honestly, I think Shea has it because I don't think they want to give it to him 3 years in a row.
It wouldn't be 3 years in a row though, but he has 3.
But they gave him so many already. Yeah, you're great.
He has 2.
You got to spread the award around a little bit. You know, that's what it seems like they've done before.
Because when you look at like Shea, we're like very veering off course for a little bit, but what Shea's doing number wise for a guard, he's in like rare company, man.
Yeah, he's in some rare company.
Rare company,
but he looks like us too. Versus a man that,
But yo, man, you gotta say, it's clear. It's clear. Jokic is the best player in the league, bro.
Yeah, by the numbers, yeah. What he does is
clear. Best player in the league. You know what I mean?
But all the players go through it. Jordan had it. He was the best player for how many years? He's not going to get it all 6, 7, 8 years in a row.
That's true.
Same thing, LeBron. He was the best player for a long time. Right. He wasn't going to get it for all those years throughout. Even Nash. Nash had it 2 years in a row. His third year was better than his stats were better in the third year than his first other 2 years.
Right.
He didn't get it 3 years.
Speaking of bonehead and bonehead plays, what's your thought on like Ja Morant? Like, is he ever gonna learn? Like,
Ja Morant is a fool.
Like, you can't like.
Like I said,
I understand. Like, it's what I mean. It's just it's a gesture, but bro, like you man, them see what he did in real life, bro. Like, you shouldn't be making those gestures.
Okay, but to be a little bit on Ja Morant's side, all those men do that same celebration. Even LeBron does it. They all kind of do that celebration. It's a variation of that ice in my vein that D'Angelo Russell used to do.
But
all of them do it.
But that's ice in my vein. This man.
Yeah, but if you look at the last few games,
shooting you up.
No, he wasn't doing it like that, Vern. He was doing like this. It was like this. It's almost. It's very close.
It's very close.
It's very close.
However, you ought to get suspended 25 games on live TV for showing gun.
But anyways, Ja Morant's a fool, guy. We already know.
Right.
He's an amazing basketball player.
But that was a foolish move.
Things outside, it seems like he's not.
That was a foolish move. That was a foolish
smart.
That was a foolish move.
After you just got warning?
Right. But it's like him and Buddy Hield going back and forth.
No, Buddy Hield just did it to him because he did it to Buddy Hield.
See
it? was him doing it, and Buddy Hield said, "What? What's this?
What's this?" Right back to him, Sid.
Anyway, Ja Morant. From the same time with the gun.
and then you got fined for that. So I mean,
it's only because it's Ja Morant. It's like Draymond's gonna get the technical. Because he's Draymond, just like Dylan Brooks.
At some point, bro,
he's gonna get the technical.
I know he's a youth.
He's Dylan Brooks.
I know he's young, but man, I'd have learned my lesson a long time, bro. I'm not doing nothing like that. I'd have to find a new celebration.
Vern, for those man, 75,000.
Yeah, I know.
It's like 100.
I know.
Maybe $200.
I hear you saying, but money is money. And over time, I see these players like what I mean.
It adds up. It does. Add up.
It adds up. These players when they finish, they're like, "Yo, bro, I had like all $1 million, $2 million in fines. That's crazy."
Yeah,
man. But anyhow, we're off of that. Ja Morant, fix up yourself. Yeah, let's just talk some real ball. So the Lakers lost to Golden State.
That was a good game.
Are you worried?
Worried?
Yes.
The Lakers, I'm just excited for the Lakers to be in the playoffs and the excitement, Luka, LeBron. But I don't think they have a championship team, right? Like, if they win the championship with this team...
My take is...
I'd be very surprised.
Yes, but you also don't want to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
You also don't want to play them in the playoffs.
I agree, but still.
And the way I look at the Lakers since the trade, as I said, this year is their... by year,
by year, but
win or lose. Next year is championship or bust.
LeBron's old, yo. LeBron don't have by years.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you got Luka this year, right? It's not about LeBron. Once you got Luka, it's not about LeBron.
Very true.
Right?
Honestly, I don't see LeBron playing 2 more seasons.
No,
after this one.
I think next year maybe one more.
Yeah, I think it's next year.
Next year maybe one more.
I can see
Right?
even at the end.
But
I'm telling you,
at this point now, it's the focus is not about what LeBron wants. It's about Luka's going to be here for 10 years, so they need to start bringing in people. That's why Luka needs to start taking over. You know what I mean?
Vern, you don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell you.
Tell me.
You called me Miss Cleo before. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Well, go on. Tell me what's going on.
Lakers are gonna lose in second round playoffs. Next year they're gonna re-up.
Yes.
They're gonna win a championship.
That's why I said next year.
And LeBron is gonna ride into the retirement.
But that's why I say
cigar in his mouth.
That's why I say next year is championship or bust. Today is like this year is.
I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I see the picture in my mind already.
Those men are probably already
sitting on the thing.
They're already working. They're already working out because they're like they need to get a big man, right?
Larry O.B. Wagwan.
You see,
that's what they be doing.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Larry O.B. Wagwan.
The Warriors look. That's why I said. Remember we said these teams have like are veteran laden teams, right? So if the Warriors catch the Rockets, oh Lord, I'm sorry for the Rockets. Because right now it's the Lakers and the Warriors, right? The Lakers,
the Warriors are playing good, especially after seeing that game against the Lakers. The Warriors are playing very good,
right? So it could be with
Butler. It's another closer on the team,
right? It could be the Lakers against the Warriors, or if the Lakers, you know what I mean, keep winning, the Lakers have a tiebreaker over Denver, so it could be the Denver and the Warriors, or the Warriors could drop back to 6th. Right,
I'm excited either way.
3, so
the playoffs is around the corner. There's only a few more games. It's gonna be
good. It's gonna be good. But yeah, man, I'm not really worried about the Lakers. Not really worried about it.
So that's the
Luka got exposed though. Oh Lord of mercy! Everybody was driving by that dude, boy. That man, Luka. I'm sorry, Luka. I'm gonna have to call you. Your new nickname is Ole.
Ole.
And I know you're a soccer man too. You're a Madrid fan, Luka. Your new name is Ole.
Oh boy, that's why I say they need some defensive upgrades. They're not winning nothing this year without it.
I still give him a shot though. I still wouldn't want to play him in the playoffs because when you got LeBron and Luka, listen,
anything can happen.
Luka took a Dallas squad to the finals.
LeBron, prime LeBron. This is different LeBron.
But that's what I'm saying. They have Luka's done it.
I see. That's why I say next year. Next year might be it, but this year is just for excitement. We're gonna see what happens. But nice to watch.
Draymond said the Warriors could win the chip. Do you think they have enough to win the chip?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're
the way they were playing last night. The night I saw them play, it was nice. They were playing well.
I was gonna say how are they on the glass, but it still got Looney.
Yeah, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It's funny we're talking about the West. The East doesn't look as exciting.
Well, I there's one caveat in the East that I was down on, but now they turned around a little bit. Is the Cavs because before they're looking very sorry. But you know what I mean? They seem to turn around. Jared Downs and thing had a good game.
I'm only really interested in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. They're the only one that can go up against Boston. I'm not thinking. Just no one's going to beat Boston.
I just want to see Boston and Cleveland. Beat
Boston.
Cleveland might. Anyways, Boston, Cleveland. You already know.
No one beating Boston. Right? You could say Milwaukee, Dame is out. And when Dame comes back, it's like,
yes, I forget Dame is out. We don't even know when Dame's coming back. So, and the Knicks don't look like
there's something with the Knicks. The
Knicks
looks, okay, it's so crazy. The Knicks looks better with Randle and Minnesota looks better with Towns.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Towns is having a better season in New York.
Yeah,
but fit and look doesn't really flow.
When they don't have Brunson, it's like
it don't flow.
The team just falls apart. Yeah,
it doesn't flow. It doesn't work.
Wow, and that's a problem.
It doesn't work.
That's a problem.
So you know what I mean? It's like they switch, but then like those pieces operate better in the city that they came from. You know what I'm saying? So
it is true. Yeah. It is true.
You know, Towns is an all-star. Towns is having like one of a career year numbers wise and thing, but the fit, the flow, it don't look like you guys could win.
Boston, the way they're shooting the ball and licking shots, it's like, oh boy.
Listen, Boston
Eastern Conference Finals. Cleveland.
Boston
Cavs,
just set a record.
Boston Celtics
For 3-pointers made, like over 1,400 and so they made it. It's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
These men shoot like 63s a game. Like, you know what I mean? The one bright spot though in the East that I like to say, and I always find my way to talk about it, is the Detroit Pistons. The
Detroit basketball. Did you say I like watching them? I like watching them. I do like watching them now. I started giving them a few. They're exciting and they play hard.
Was it Azar or Shore Thompson? What's his name?
Thompson.
He's
One of the
tough.
Thompson twins.
The other twin. He's tough.
They're nice.
He's tough. He'll be just as, you know what I mean, on the spotlight as his brother. Well, he still is, but he has Cade.
Oh. Anyways, I'm not that excited with the Eastern Conference basketball playoff picture.
There's a few teams that I'm like, not a few teams, like one team, Detroit. Other than that, like Knicks, I don't think Knicks gonna do anything.
I tell you, Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals. That's all you worry about.
That's all.
You know, what happened to Orlando? We're all big on Orlando. The injuries got them early.
Injuries did hit them hard. Because even when they came, Paulo Banchero came back and Franz Wagner came back.
Yeah,
they weren't the same. There was something that was missing.
Huh?
There's something like, and then Jalen Suggs was playing very well. He got injured.
True.
Even Greg Anthony seemed like he
got injured too.
It's the injury bug. It's one of those
years.
The injury bug.
But
because they were playing hard and all type of man was coming off the bench and that's giving them work. Like, but they were playing very well at the beginning.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Puff. I think like the next episode that we shoot is all going to be about the West, because the West from 2 to 8.
Yeah, they're nothing set.
They're like a game half from each other, and there's like 8-9 games left. So the East, we already know what Wagwan in the East.
We know Wagwan in the East.
The only thing is Wagwan in the East. Wasting in the East, those player spots are already set. In the West, from 2 to 6,
every day is jumping. It's jumping.
It's in the air.
Trust me, last week the Lakers are in second.
Then
they went down to almost
third.
6th. And then the other day they were in 3rd.
And now today they're 4th. Right? So, and then Golden State's in 5th, and they play Denver tonight. They might drop down to 6th or 8th.
Yeah. And then the Lakers might go, and the Lakers again play today.
Lakers play New Orleans tonight. They might jump back up to 3rd.
Yeah. So we're in the East. Since the Raptors are in the East, they're eliminated in the playoffs. There's no need to talk about the East until we get to the playoffs.
There's no need to talk about the East until the playoffs. So I believe it's
Boston's gonna dust out every team on the way there.
Yeah,
Cleveland's probably gonna give every team work all the way there. Except they run into Atlanta.
Well, Atlanta's not in the playoffs, so they're good.
No, they're playing something.
Oh, yeah. Those men are playing merchant, bro. Get rid of the
But the thing is, remember they went on the crazy run at the beginning of the season?
Know.
It was Atlanta that was the first 2 losses.
To hold them down, I know. Okay. It's crazy.
Crazy. And Atlanta wasn't even doing well.
Yeah, but, man, it is. I feel, for some reason, I just have a feeling that this playoff is going to be, it's going to be pretty exciting.
In the West.
Yeah, in the West. Caveat.
Sorry.
In the West.
I'm sorry. I watch games that get exciting. If it's a close game, I'll watch it. I like to watch certain teams. I'm not excited too many about much team in the East still.
So do you still, before we wrap up, do you still think the Rockets can't do nothing? They're going to take enough thump and fist? They can't make a run?
I think you had a very good point. We were talking earlier. They only have like 2 vets on the team. Nothing amount of rookies.
That's true.
They need to take some thump and fist before they could get anywhere. Honestly, if they get to the second round and get to like a 6th game, I think that's a success. Because you had enough games, enough pressure, enough experience.
It's going to be rough. Man.
I don't even think they're going to get to the conference finals.
I don't even think they could.
No matter if they're in the 2nd spot or the 6th spot, I don't think they're getting to the conference
even
finals.
If they're in the 2nd spot, they're going to have to play either Minnesota or the Clippers.
That's already not an easy knockout.
Not an easy thing, bro.
And then it just gets harder from there.
Yeah.
Everywhere else gets better records.
It's crazy. But, again, it's
this
the
year
Wild
for
Wild West.
Houston is a thump and fist in the playoffs here.
This year is the most wide open year for the championship.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
really?
I wouldn't say wide open because really I see.
I know you said Boston has a bigger thing of the
only
pie,
a
but
few
it's not.
teams that really.
Boston's
But you
defending
don't know
champ,
for
but
sure.
they're
You don't
not
know for
like
sure.
say 50% of the pie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, they may come out the East, but then again, Cavs might give them a problem.
Yeah. There's a few teams, but I'm excited.
I want to say it's the most wide open, but it's more wide open than the Golden State.
Or I wouldn't say wide open. I would
Golden
say
State
like
and Kevin Durant.
I'll say like more parity. There's like different teams making their push. Yeah, because who was respecting the Rockets to hold down the second seed?
I like that we just don't know who's gonna win it. You can say this. You You don't know who. Anything can happen.
There you go.
Even though OKC has an amazing record, we got to see what happens in the playoffs.
They're still young.
Yeah.
They're gonna take some thumping fists.
Yeah.
They took a few last year.
Yeah, but
you never know. You might have to take some more again.
We'll see.
But on that note, Puff, what you saying?
I'm out. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Birds starting the pod so late. I don't know why.
Before we touch out and run things, family, don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to, most importantly, subscribe and turn on that notification so you know when we drop. Puff!
Bird!
We out. Back once again. Back once again. Once again. Puff.
And bird. And bird.
Puff.